Welcome back, fuckers. We got a couple more people to talk to. Starting with this guy. Hey, Cullen. How's it going?
As leader of the Inquisition, you... There's something I must tell you.
You're being especially serious today.
I know. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Cullen, if this can kill you...
It hasn't yet. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to... watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Yeah, like, I always get Cullen off Lyrium. Not because I like him. As I've said in the past, I'm nothing Cullen. But it's just like, god damn. Why would you intentionally keep him addicted to Lyrium? It's so fucked up. That's so deeply messed up. Let's talk to Blackwall.
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. But so be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
That was generous of him.
He said I stood to gain everything, while he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
You're here now, a Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
God, I love Blackwall. One of the many, many people I wish I were romancing instead of fucking soulless. Alright, there's just a couple more conversations I want to have. We've talked to pretty much everyone that we need to talk to. We've gotten Dorian's personal quest started and Cullen's personal quest started. And Cassandra's. Iron Bull, we're probably going to have to talk to Iron Bull a little bit more. I think you have to talk about the Ben Hossrath before it triggers. Let's also talk to Varric.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
Let's hope Corypheus just turns out to be really good at playing dead.
That makes two of us. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
Brutally murdered is not really the same as unleashed upon the world, Varric.
In this case, it might be. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Don't you worry about a thing, King. You just keep doing king shit. You've got nothing to worry
Lost
about.
3 shipments. It's still rough out there.
Let's also see if we can talk to Josephine. Didn't do it last time.
First enchanter
Yes, here we go.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, your worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
She'll have us flogged alive.
I believe she meant flayed alive. Her ladyship tends to confuse metaphors when she's excitable. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
You're rather good-natured about threats of death and dismemberment.
They are chiefly bluster, Inquisitor. Most of them. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time, if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss.
Lennon really likes Josephine. He felt like she was way too smart for
Right
him.
on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennard still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt without mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
2.5 hours, I think, but no one's counting.
Oh, dear. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
You've been working continually since I met you, Josephine.
And that can't stop. I must be going. But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
Aw, Josie. Just added to the list of people I'd rather be kissing. People I'd rather smooch. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're out of people to talk to. We've gotten a bunch of personal quests started. And next up, like, the only thing that we can really do at this point is, like, advance the plot? Which, for us, means going, unfortunately, into the western approach. Let's get that started, I suppose. There's a lot of quests in the western approach, but I have done it so many times that I've kind of gotten it down to a science. Kind of the fastest way to do shit. To get it over with and out there. We will be killing the dragon in the western approach, as I think I talked about that. Fuck, I thought I did all the quests. Oh, right. This is for, the judgment. Just do a quick sweep, make sure... Yep. Okay.
Crestwood has had no further trouble with the undead.
After what happened, it will take time for the village to recover.
Alright, so let's head to the western approach. Our scouts confirmed the Inquisitor's report. A large force of Grey Wardens has moved into the western approach. We need to establish a foothold there immediately. Cool. I guess we'll get the usual squad together. We will have to switch it up. Like, I'm thinking for the Fade, we're probably gonna need Dorian, because there's a lot of fights that get a lot easier if you have, a fire-focused mage, because there's a lot of despair demons that you have to fight, and Lennon is lightning-focused, which means he's gonna be pretty flimsy against pride demons, and there are a lot of pride demons, so we need... I'm thinking for the Fade, I'm thinking Blackwall, Dorian, and either Cole or Varric. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind, though. Though it is fast approaching.
Welcome to the Western Approach. We've sighted Warden activity to the southwest, but no one's been close enough to figure out what they're doing. Between the sandstorms and the vicious wildlife, we haven't made it far out here. One of my men got too close to a poison hot spring and gave me a slightly delirious report of a high dragon flying overhead. In short, this might just be the worst place in the entire world. Be careful out there.
Are you worried about me?
Someone has to be. And try not to die. I don't want to deliver that report to Skyhold. We intercepted a Venatori messenger and, persuaded him to give up the orders he was carrying. We have them here. This entire place. It just feels like something's not right. Be careful.
Only 'cause you asked, Harding. Otherwise, I would have been reckless as hell. Let's see. Intercept a Venatori message. Octavian. With our allies, the Templars redeploying and abandoning their mine in the canyons, we will now focus our efforts in the excavations and the summoning attempts. Go have a word with White Claw Associates. I'll be sending further resources your way. Signed, Service. Pick up the requisition quest.
This might interest you, sir.
Yes.
What is it?
See for yourself, sir.
Cool. Let's put some potions. I think Varric used one? Yeah, Varric used one. Okay. I really need to get that third potion slot so I can get healing mist grenades. Although, I don't know, like... Probably won't need any. Because I'm playing on hard, not nightmare. I'm just so used to playing on nightmare and being defensive all the time. I mean, the Western approach kind of sucks, but at least it's not fucking brown-ass Ferelden, am I right?
More carts and dead bodies. That's not good.
Clearly not. Property of Frederick of Serral, University of Orlais, Nazar's Pass Research Camp.
I guess someone out in the desert is missing a bunch of stuff.
What happened here?
Nobody should be out here but Grey Wardens. Something's very wrong.
This really needs to relax with all the dogs. So many dogs. So many gosh darn dogs. Alright, let's go. Note from a Templar. Benedict, pull up stakes. All plans for the mine and the western approach are off. The Inquisition's on the move and headed your way. Dump all the bodies and relocate to Emprise-sur-Lyon. All the bodies.
Whoever did this should pay.
Gross. Fundamentally just nasty. Alright. Like I said, there's a lot of quests. Damn it, more fucking dogs. It's always more dogs. And there's another one fucking down there. Why are there so many dogs? Much, you can't catch a goddamn break. The Chantry used these symbols long ago to mark trails to hidden locations. They are often mistaken by passerby as simple carvings in rock and trees.
A Chantry symbol out here. Odd.
Yep. Let's quickly get this quarry. Because they be handy. They be handy AF. The western approach. Beautiful. Like the Grand Canyon, but worse. Objectively worse. Now, I try to, when I can, I try to get all 5 research supplies. Because you need to find 5. To turn into Frederick, who's by the camp, the Inquisition is. I try to find all 5 before I even meet Frederick, so I don't have to keep running around, and it's just a little more efficient that way. If I can't find all 5 before the episode is over, I'll do it off screen. Like, I'll just run around and get all of them, because it's not super interesting, it's just, you know, finding shit. In a horrible, bad, awful, hot as fuck desert. Okay, well there's number 2. That's good. I think there's one up here somewhere.
What's with the skull?
That's up here. Yeah. You get number 3, and anytime you see a White Claw Raider, they usually have one, sometimes 2. Yep, and there's 3. Yeah, there's a raider. Let's go. For it. Come on. There's 4. Please. There's 5! Awesome! Okay, so now we should be good to set up camp, which is over here, and talk to Frederick of Serral, who is right nearby, and I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to fuck with that right now. I'm just not in the mood. I am just not feeling it today, chums. Let's set up camp and talk to Frederick, and that should be a good place to leave it off for tonight. This music always reminds me of the Talos Principle. Anyone ever play the Talos Principle? If you play the Talos Principle, like seriously, find a way to find me on Tumblr or Twitter or something, because I want someone to talk to about the Talos Principle. Probably like top 5 favorite games of all time. God, that's a good fucking game. And if you like puzzle games, like it's a puzzle game, but there's a lot of philosophy. It's very cool. Hey, dude.
Visitors, thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. Have you come to observe the wildlife too?
I think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the desert had these on him.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frederic of Serral, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
No, I already did, dude.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
But some of our equipment is still missing. If you happen to find more
What?
of it,
I have 5.
please let me know.
But I got 5. Hang on, let's just skip
I
through
have also
this.
seen great before, but my hope, my
I had all the... Okay, you know what?
Anybody else think it's weird that the bandits are leaving Frederick alone?
Yeah, it's a little weird. Okay, I could have sworn that I had 5. But I'll figure it out and I'll get the quests before... Next time you see me, I'll have all the quests. It'll be fine.